Correct, yes.
Go ahead.
2024 Horizon League champions. That's all I'm going to say. Congratulations.
Good job, guys.
Congratulations. You win them in different ways. This is a weird way to win one, but we'll take it. Go ahead.
Is that your opening statement?
That's my opening statement. I love an opening statement when you have the word championship in it.
Trey, what did they do offensively today that was different from the last time?
They just scored at the rim a lot easier than last time. I think they spread us out a little bit more is what our coaching staff noticed. And when you're spreading us out, it's hard for us to go double the post. And they have two really good post players, big, strong guys, and they just had their way down there scoring.
DQ, for you, it seems like you're kind of finding a good rhythm on offense. What do you think is the key to keep that going into postseason play?
Honestly, it's just my teammates trust me, and the coaching staff just believing in me, telling me to attack every day, and just whatever I got to do to help the team win. So if that's scoring, if that's just assisting, rebounding, whatever it is, I do whatever to help the guys win.
DQ and Trey, either one of you guys can answer. Offensively, what were you guys really seeing offensively that allowed you guys to open up and kind of decrease that lead going into halftime?
I'd say a big thing for us is trying to score inside first off, and we were finding ways. We were moving the ball around, and Chris and I were working off of each other to try to get us the ball inside. And then once we started scoring in there, it started opening up 3-point shots for guys like Q, Jack, and Blake, and they were hitting them. So we just didn't continue that in the second half, but that's something we know we're going to be able to do if we see them again in the tournament. We just stick to what we do.
Okay, and Coach Campy.
We'll grab coach after the players.
Okay.
Sorry.
DQ, how much more comfortable are you now versus maybe say 6 weeks ago, and how much more comfortable can you get in this offense?
I think I'm a lot more comfortable than I was about 6 weeks ago with coach and all my teammates just driving me to go hard every day and just believing in myself. It plays a huge role. And then, I mean, long as they got a double team Trey and Chris down low and they're scoring at will, I see an opening and I can score, I'm going to go score. So, but scoring is something that I love to do, but they can't stop Trey and Chris inside, then just pound it inside and get easy layups all day.
Final questions for the players? Thanks, guys. You can start.
Thank you, Coach. Congratulations on champions.
Thank you.
In terms of turnovers, I guess, how can you guys limit turnovers in terms of getting the ball inside where you guys are trying to run your offense? How can you guys decrease the turnovers there?
Well, we don't need to do that. We've gone the whole season and we don't turn the ball over. We had a bad day today and we turned it over. We were very loose with the ball today. Their doubles came from different areas, and we made some errors in that, and we were a little loose and a little sloppy today. That's all. We're not going to change anything.
Right.
You go through a whole season, we turn it over about 11 times, 12 times a game, and that's in the top half of the nation, the top 100 of the nation. So we are usually very good at that, and today we weren't. That's one of the reasons we lost. The real reason we lost is the way they shot the ball in the second half. You could blame our defense, and I'm not going to do that. I'm going to give them credit.
Right.
I mean, you shoot 77 from the threes, 66 from 22 of 33 from the floor, 77 from the three, and 72 from the line. You're probably going to win a lot of games, and they won this one. One game. And I think I've said it all. I voted for them in the preseason polls to win the league. So I know how good they are. And I mean, their starting five is a tremendous starting five. Personally, Brandon Noel, in my mind, is as good a player as there is in this league. I mean, I think he won't get that this year, but before he's out of there, he's going to be the player of the year in this league. He's a monster. He's just an unbelievable player. and he's had 2 really good games against us. We don't match up with him very well. But I think he's unbelievable, and we all know how good Calvin and Tanner Holden are, and Hubricks has really turned his season around, and he's the guy that won the game for him. He came out and started the second half with 2 threes and a tough 2, and it went from us up 1 to down 11 before, I don't call many timeouts. And I called them. So, I mean, that tells you, but again, I give them credit. Not only are they good, they played great when they had to. They're fighting for a home court. They're fighting for a bye. And they've got a veteran team of really good players. And they knew this was a big one. And congratulate them. Congratulations to them.
Camp, you mentioned that you voted for Wright State to win the Horizon League title. There were not a lot of voters that voted for Oakland to win the Horizon League title. Was there a moment during this season that you said, hey, we can win this league? Was there something in particular that happened, or was this something that you guys kind of rounded into?
Oh, I think I go into every season thinking we're going to win. I mean, I don't think I ever put, obviously back when we had Benson and we had that run through the league for 3 years, that when we went into the second year, that's probably the only time in my coaching career that if I felt if we didn't win the league, it would be a disappointing season. Only because we had won 17-1 the year before, and we had Benson and
7 pros.
Yeah, we had all those great players, Will Hudson and Travis Bader. We had those great players, Reggie Hamilton. And so we won 17-1. We got all these guys coming back. I think, you put pressure on yourself for that. I felt probably in the conference tournament that year more pressure than I've ever felt as a coach to win again and go back to back. Because even though we had beaten the 7th ranked team in the country and we had all those Power 5 wins, we weren't going to get in as an at-large. So that's probably the most pressure I've ever felt. And it's probably the only time I've ever felt we have to win a league championship. I like beginning of the year, I just want to get better. I like evaluating as we go. I might have told this story already, but Smitty was not at the Ohio State game. And he watched the game, as recruiting or wherever he was. And I got to my phone after the game, and there was a text there from Smitty. We lost the game, but probably could have won it. And he said, we have a really good team. And I think he was right, and I think we proved it.
Coach,
Winning a championship kind of softens the blow today, but does it also feel like it's good to get that one out of the way before it really matters?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we had a string one year where we won 12 in a row or 11 in a row going into the tournament, or when we got to the finals, we lost on a last-second shot in the finals. Woodside from North Dakota State made a basket at the finals. It kept us from going 3 years in a row. And, we talked after that, luck went against us that night. And maybe if we hadn't had such a long winning streak, but I think it's all actual crap. It's things that we talk about, and that I don't think there's really any data or anything that would prove if you're on a winning streak or whatever. But look, we got beat. And it's no different than any other game we've played this year. We put it aside and we move on to the next one. And as a coaching staff, we analyze why they beat us. And my analyzation without watching the film is they played an unbelievable second half and they deserved to win. They were the better team in the second half. We were the better team for the season. All right. Now, I can't say that yet because if we don't win Saturday, they could tie us for the league championship. So I'm not going to say that they were the better team today. If we win Saturday, then we were obviously the better team for the season. We're out. Not only are we champions, we're outright champions if we win on Saturday.
Is this a setup you want, though? Detroit coming in here, you got to go through the rival. If you do, you're an outright champion. And this is college basketball, right, Cam?
It's college basketball, man. That's why it's so great. It's our arch rival. It's they've struggled on the season. They're going to come in here thinking we can ruin but more importantly to me, and anybody that knows me knows this is true, it's senior day. And to me, senior day is the most important day of the year. It's the day we honor these guys, and you always want to win on senior day. I always say we don't lose on senior day. We have a couple times, but we don't lose on senior day. And now we're even playing for a little bit more.
Any final questions? Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.